Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Though I'm pretty sure that there's no ladies on this channel. And the reason is because I just make my content is just very male oriented. So I don't see the point why there would be ladies here. It's all men here, grown ass men. We're no longer boys. And if you're a boy, I want you to grow up, man, because you have to be a man sooner or later. And the earlier the better. We need to start taking responsibility for ourselves, for our work, and for everything. Yep. I think I scare off the ladies and I scare off Jerry's. Which is a good thing. I don't want Jerry's on this channel. This channel is not for, like, if you want a cute, fluffy creator, no, this channel is not for you. Hey, Shizuma, what's up, my man? Okay, so today is a very interesting stream. I will be trying to spam as many cute toads over here that I can in an hour. And yeah, this is going to be a fun experiment. The reason I want to do this, bro, is I want to prove a point to myself and to the people watching that stuff like this that beginners focus on, this is bullshit. Okay, if you focus on this stuff, bro, you're not making the kind of sculpts that you are passionate about. I know this. Okay, so if anyone watching this has a grain of accountability, they'll be honest and they'll be like, yeah, this is not what they are passionate about. They sculpt this because they think that, oh, this is easy to get to, and this is going to be cute, and this is going to get a lot of views on social media, whatever. But I tell you, bro, for certain, if you focus on the basics and the fundamentals, if you have a good grip on that, this is for toddlers. Like, toddlers can sculpt this. Okay, these are the 15-minute tutorials that you guys watch online and you waste your time on. So I just want to prove a point here that if you focus on the basics, bro, all of this, bro, it's a piece of cake. So we're gonna try to spam as many of these babies that we can. Okay, and I need a vote. So guys, let me know which one should we begin with. And the first person to send me a message on what to sculpt, we will just begin with that. And after that, it'll just be random stuff. I just want to try spamming out as many as I can. So it's gonna be a fun video. It's gonna be a fun challenge. So we'll see how it goes. I haven't tried this. Begin with the gorilla. All right. We'll begin with the gorilla then. Alrighty. Let me just put myself here somewhere so I don't distract myself. And yes, let me grab my graphic pen and then we can begin. My hands are getting all sweaty for some reason. Bro, let me just dry them off. Don't be nervous. Why am I nervous? This is just a baby gorilla. And yeah, this is gonna be a fun experiment. I'm just really curious to see how this goes. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be real fun. All right. Shape focus for cute character like that. Yeah. Just shapes. These are just basic shapes. All right. Without any further ado, wait, let me turn on statistics because I've been getting this feedback. Hey, Sahak, you always forget to enable statistics, and yes, I do admit that I forget to do this. Also, let me enable the screencast. It is a bit annoying that Blender doesn't do this by default, bro. So yeah. Anyways, let's begin. In 3, 2, 1. Let's effing go, man. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be real fun. By the way, how's your weekend going, guys? I might be a bit less active on the chat than I am usually because, of course, you know, right? I'm just trying to sculpt these little turds on the screen. I don't know why I keep calling them little pieces of shit, but they're cute. They're definitely cute. And I say little pieces of shit in a cute way. I say it out of love. You little turds. It's just friendly love. But what do you do for a living? Bro, I am a 3D artist for a living. Right now, I offer services in mobile games and NFTs and stuff like that. And also, I have a school which I'm running. It's not something that I do full time, but definitely something that I'm working towards. I want to be able to sculpt full time. I want to be able to teach this full time, be a content creator full time, because I believe that that is the best way to make money and a living as an artist. If you can make money through content, bro, you're golden. Because, you know, if you're a content creator and you have a good thing going on for you, it is so much better than any job because you're just independent from the market. You don't care what the market is, where the market is going, if it's in a good phase or if it's in a bad phase, it doesn't matter. It is a bit sad that I realized this later on. And a lot of creators, bro, they're not transparent about this. I don't get this one thing. Okay. So some creators, for some reason, what they would do is that they make a living through content and through selling stuff, digital products. But to you guys, they're gonna be like, hey bro, try freelancing. Hey bro, try getting a job. And yeah, to me that just feels a bit hypocritic. And yeah, I feel like it's not fair. It shouldn't be this way, but it is this way. So yeah, me, I'm right now, I freelance for a living and I'm making some money from my business, from my online school, and from my courses. Tried my first attempt at sculpting last week. I successfully proved to myself that I have no idea what I'm doing. Bro, go ahead, join the free 1 month challenge. I'm taking enrollments and the enrollments will end on 24th November. That is when I will launch the community and we will begin the 30-day challenge. So if you've tried this and you're like, bro, I don't know how to practice or what to do, just go ahead, join the free challenge, bro. And I will teach you how to sculpt within 30 days. It's a free challenge. I just want members who have been wanting to learn sculpting for a while and have been writing it on their New Year resolution for the last 6 years. So I will help you and I will finally get you results. But what I want from you, bro, is I just want commitment. Okay, if you don't have what it takes to make a change right now, don't fool yourself thinking that, oh, you'll make a change tomorrow or in the new year. New Year resolutions, they do not work. The reason they do not work, there's a funny logic behind it, and that is because most people they are waiting for the new year. They're like, oh, when new year comes, then I'll learn, then I'll do this. And then when the new year comes, those people are like, yeah, when the new year comes, maybe I'll do it in January, bro. I'll start from next Monday. I promise, I promise. Oh, maybe I'll start in February. And then they end up in the same routine back again and they don't learn and then they wait for the next new year. So I have this simple formula to actually judge if someone is going to make it or not. And that is if that person takes action right now, then yes, he's serious about it. He will get results. But if that person cannot take action right now and is waiting for an excuse, I'm waiting for the new year, bro, and then I'll sculpt in the new year, and then I'll sculpt on a Monday, whatever, that person is never going to sculpt. He's going to be a failure for the rest of his life because he's just going to keep finding the next best excuse or the next best thing to start. And he's never gonna start. And I'm telling you this from personal experience. So I used to make a lot of New Year resolutions, and then one day I was like, bro, just shut up. You, how many New Year resolutions do you have to make to learn this? That you're not gonna do it. If you cannot do it right now, you're never gonna do it. And then I just got up, bought courses, I took action. I was like, damn, bro, if I can't do this right now, I will never do it. And hence, I just started learning, and since then, I've never stopped. And yes, I am a bit slow on chat right now. I know that is because I'm just doing this. How are you, bro? Big fan. I love you. Thank you. He's living for the sculpting and me too. Good work, man. दुनिया खत्म है जी लो आप अपनी जिंदगी guys. Can you make video on how to get client post work, bro? Okay, let me tell you. Let me be honest about the client thing. Okay, so I've been an freelancer on Upwork, and I'm a top rated freelancer there. It was a grind. Okay, it was honestly a grind. It was a very slow and tedious process to get the top rated badge. But now Upwork just sucks. Okay, it sucks a lot. I wouldn't recommend it to my worst enemy. Okay, that is because the competition on Upwork is no longer on the skill. So if you're the most skilled freelancer on Upwork, someone else is going to cut you for the price. And the competition on Upwork now is, unfortunately, it's on the price. So no one cares, bro, how you can sculpt or what services can you offer. All they care about is how much is this dude asking. And if you ask a reasonable amount, people lose their shit, man. Can I cheat here? Can I do this? If I make the arm, it's not a good time to be experimenting stuff, but let's see. And yeah, about the client stuff. So personally, I joined another community. I'm taking training on this myself on how to be a freelancer outside these platforms. And what I've observed so far, bro, is that it's it's just a really bad time to be a freelancer and to be looking for work. And yes, it is, no matter what anyone tells you, bro, it is a lot of effort, and it is also a lot of luck. So if you're fortunate, you can get your next client tomorrow. But if you're not fortunate, it's gonna take you a while. You know, so far all of the leads that I've got, they either do not have the budget, or they're just really crappy person. I get bad vibes from them, and then I don't work. And yeah, I just want to tell you the reality of things instead of sugarcoating anything. So that is how it is right now. Good work, post good work, and get a client easy with the. Yeah, I mean, it's easy in theory, but it doesn't work that way. Not in today's economy, bro. People don't trust one another. They just work with people they have been working for a while. People who have had good long-term connections, they are okay. But anyone who's trying to step into this as a new person, it is extremely difficult right now. But it doesn't mean it's impossible. It's just a lot of effort, a lot of patience, and you just need to have a lot of realistic expectations. Okay, you need to expand your playground. So instead of try emailing 10 people and then expecting a reply on every one of them. Just increase your playground. Be like, hey, I'm going to send 100 emails. If I get one reply, that is success. And the reason that this works, bro, is because you don't expect too much. Anyways, your expectations are realistic. If you expect a reply on every email for 10 emails, you're gonna get demotivated very quickly. But if you're like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna send 100 emails and then I'm gonna check if I get one reply, it's a success. Yeah, you just expanded your playground and it's much easier for you to play the long game. Yeah, it's the same advice that I give with sculpting as well. Instead of expecting that, yeah, you're gonna get results in one sculpt, no, bro, just increase your playground. Be like, I'm gonna deliberately practice 10 sculpts and then I'll see what happened. I think I have to refine the face a bit more. I made this thing way behind. How long has it been? Ah, bro, 13 seconds on this piece of shit? No, not fair. I should have looked at the clock. Mask, mask extract, yes. Modifier, get out, Sark. Get out of the way, bro. Inflate. Yeah, here's an easy way to make eyes. I could have placed a sphere here, but I just thought, why not do it the lazy way? I think I'll call this one. Yeah, I'll call it this one right here. And then we can move on to the next one. Cutie guy. Let's just paint him. But my English, so don't judge. Why don't you create fluffy texture, high poly character like game characters like that hill type? What hill, bro? Yeah, guys, about English, if it's not your first language, and you can speak English, which is conversational, that is absolutely fine. I don't have the perfect English as well, but I make content, I make courses, and people are able to understand. I mean, if you look at speech art as well, bro, speech art does not has the best English, but he can communicate whatever he wants, and that is enough. So if it's not your first language and you can conversate with someone, it is absolutely fine. There's no need to be ashamed about it. And yeah, even sometimes when I'm recording videos or during my streams, I stutter. Sometimes I'm short of words, but it is all right. It is absolutely fine. When I first started making content, I was very conscious about, hey, bro, I think I need to have really good English or whatever, whatever. But it's not the case. It needs to be conversational. That is it. There was a friend that I had in Malaysia, and she was a Chinese girl, and bro, she had the worst English that I had heard. Okay, but the way she spoke, it was with so much confidence. Like she speaks the best English in the world. That is the level of confidence that she had. And I just before I started making content, I just called her and I was like, "Hey, how are you so confident in the way you speak English? Like, aren't you afraid that you're gonna say the wrong thing?" And you know what she said? She said, "If it's wrong, then it's wrong, la." So, la is something that Malaysian people just use to exaggerate stuff. And I'm like, yeah, if it's wrong, if it's wrong, then it's wrong, la. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. If it's wrong, then it's wrong. As long as I can get my point across, it is absolutely fine. All right, one toad out of the way. Let's work on this snail. This one should be relatively easy. Let's use a cylinder as a base. Y90, yes. Yes. Okay, let's duplicate this cylinder. And okay, let's apply transform. Let's remesh one of this. Oh, symmetry. I need symmetry. Your English is good and you explain things better than the other instructors. Bro, actually had to work a lot on my English. So before, when I started recording content, what I did was I used to handwrite the entire script on a piece of paper, like A to Z, word to word, what I'm going to say. I used to write it on a piece of paper and then I used to read it out loud. And then I used to go to Chat GPT and I would be like, hey, Chat GPT, how can I improve this? How can I say this better? This is what I wanted to say, but I feel like I didn't get it across. And that is how I trained a bit during the start. But I don't do that anymore. Now it's just a lot more casual. Also, I had to train the way that I speak. So, when I was back in Malaysia and when I was still studying, I used to speak in slurs. Okay, and yeah, the way that I spoke, it wasn't really super clear. It felt like I was almost mumbling. And for that, I had to do some speech training as well. And the way that I did it is, let me tell you, bro, if you want right now, if you listen to me speaking, bro, you might feel like, oh yeah, this guy's an Indian or whatever, but I don't feel like I have a very strong Indian or Pakistani accent. I feel like my accent is very neutral. And the way that I developed it was I exaggerated every word. So for example, if I wanted to say, hello, my name is Ishaq, I would exaggerate all of the mouth movements. Hello, my name is Ishaq. And this just allowed me to speak better. And I would do this every day, first thing when I sat to take a dump. So whenever I woke up, bro, I took my Kindle to the toilet as I took a dump. And I would read the first, I don't know, 5, 6 pages, whatever book I was reading. I would read it out loud and I would do this mouth exaggeration thing. I would be like, hello, my name is, and I would just read in this manner. and it just improved the way I pronounce things. So it took a bit of effort from me, but I feel like it has paid off. It's really interesting, man. Also, I wasn't really this confident as I am right now. I'm talking to you guys without a sweat. Okay. But if you go ahead, if you go to my channel and you click on oldest, and you look at my first video, bro, I was so nervous, so shy. It's a learning curve. It's always a learning curve. By the way, here's the trick, guys. So if you want some really sharp creases, after you crease, just inflate the model a bit. It just gives it a very interesting crease and fills in the gaps and stuff. Okay, we're gonna use the eye glitch again. It's not a glitch, but I think it's a cool trick, bro. Instead of me making spheres, I can just use this mask extract. Where's mask extract? Mask extract. Yes. What? What did I extract, bro? How did this happen? Oh, I inverted the mask. Oh, I don't have to invert it. So invert my mask extract. Extract. Yes. Apply. Inflate. And boom, we have button eyes. Easy peasy. Let's go a bit high, poly. Yeah, let's paint this. And then we'll be done with 2/3. Hi, hello man, what's up? Oh, I forgot to make the the two penises on his head. Where's the snake hook brush? Snake hook, snake hook, snake hook. Here. By the way, guys, is anyone here who thinks that the previous Blender version was better than this version for sculpting? Or is it just that we are used to that version? Let's move on to something else. Penguin. Let's make a penguin. I love penguins, by the way. Have you guys ever seen random penguin falling videos? I just feel that they are so cute, man. For some reasons, watching penguins fall is one of the most satisfying things a person can watch. It is so fun to just watch them tumbling around, falling, and yeah, penguins are super chill, guys. I love penguins. Though I don't like the Happy Feet movie. I don't know why. I just feel like I can never bring myself to watch Happy Feet. And it's not because I don't like penguins. I told you I love penguins. It's just that I feel I can't watch a dancing movie. I'm not that passionate about dance, and I know that movie is about dancing and whatnot. It's a super popular movie, yes, but I don't think I can bring myself to watch it. For some reason, I don't like watching animal movies. Something that involves animal. I cannot watch Life of Pi. I see that, oh wow, it's a guy on a boat and he has lion, cheetah, I don't know, whatever accompanying him. So that is something that I cannot watch. I won't feel excited to watch Life of Pi, no matter what the rating of that movie might be. I just feel like animals, they're like a big turn off for me. I don't want to watch animal movies. Hi, is sculpting hard surface models like cars a good practice for improving at sculpting? No, bro, no, it's not. It's a good practice for improving at hard surface sculpting, hard surface modeling. Making a car is not a good practice for sculpting. It's like they're tools to do different stuff, right? Like, what is your end goal? Do you want to make cars? If your goal is to make cars, then yeah, by all means, bro. If you find a workflow that works with sculpting, by all means. Like some people, they don't even polymodel cars. They use curves for for making cars, and it's pretty interesting to watch how they make cars, bro. But if you're like, hey, I want to practice so that I can get good at sculpting, nope, I don't think so. Unless that is something that you specifically want to do. If you want to be like a car modeler who sculpts cars, by all means. I think that this is the beauty of 3D, right? There's no right or wrong way to do anything at all. As long as it makes sense, as long as something is working for you, by all means, bro. So by the way, does the stream end at the 1 hour mark? Nope, the stream won't end, but I'll stop this timer. We can chat about some stuff. I'll still be here. I also have to tell you guys about the 30-day health sculpting challenge that I'm relaunching. So basically, I'm making a new community where I will be holding this challenge, the 30-day health sculpting challenge. It's a free community with a free course. And what I want is I want you guys to enter 2026 as a sculptor. Goodbye to the New Year resolution. No one cares about the New Year resolution. New Year resolutions, they do not work. New Year resolutions just do not work. It's a flawed thing. And I believe that people should learn their lesson, bro. That there has been so many New Years. Every time you set the same goal, and every time you fail, and you still don't take a lesson. Einstein said, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. So if you know how the outcome of one New Year resolution has been, and by now, whatever your age is, every year we make a New Year resolution and we fail, we should take our lesson. We should understand that yes, New Year resolutions, they do not work. It's a waste of time. Let me give you a simple way, okay, to actually get what you want to do, to actually achieve what you want to do. If you don't have what it takes to take action right now, stop fooling yourself thinking that you will take action in the new year. If you can't do it right now, nothing's gonna change on the new year. You're gonna be consistent for maybe 2-3 days because you were really passionate about the new year resolution. But you're gonna be failing by mid of January. Mark my words. I'd write it down, bro. I can write it down for you. That whoever right now makes a new year resolution will fail within the first 2 weeks of January. Why? Because they're just using an excuse. They're just looking for an excuse. Hey, bro, I'm waiting for the new year resolution and then I'm going to be a whole new different person. That does not happen. That is a lie that you tell yourself every year and year again, and you never learn. You never learn. Here's what you do instead. Whatever you wrote down for the New Year resolution, do it right now. Do it right now. And if you do not have what it takes to do it right now, nothing's going to change on New Year. It's always going to be, oh, New Year, next Monday. Oh, I promise, February. I'm going to slay it on February, bro. Oh, shit, February's gone by. Oh, shit, half the year has gone by. Okay, let me wait for the New Year resolution again. What? No, New Year resolutions, it's a recipe for disaster. Stop fooling yourself. And that is why I made the free community. So that I actually get you to take action and I can actually give you the excuse. I make it completely free. I give you the step-by-step program. I give you all of the 3D models. At the end, I will give you some feedback. We will have a group call at the end of the 30-day head sculpting challenge. And you will be glad that you joined. They've already gotten some really insane results inside the 30-day head sculpting challenge. We got people getting results in 13 days, 20 days. And on average, bro, people get result less than 30 days. They don't even complete the 30-day mark and they get the results that they wanted. So yeah, if anyone's interested, if anyone actually wants to take some action and actually grow, actually learn, go ahead, bro. Join. It is absolutely free. And you will be glad you did. Why is this not inflating? Why is this not inflating? Why, bro? Why are you not inflating? Control A, all transforms. No, still not inflating. Oh, I haven't applied the modifier. You're silly me. Never took a New Year resolution, lol. Yeah, good boy. New Year resolutions, they're for cherries, bro. They're for people who think that they can change overnight. Something magical is going to happen, and they're going to be a whole new different person the new year. Isn't failing 3 times enough? Why do people make a New Year resolution every year, fail every year, and then never take the lesson? It blows my mind. Okay, let's paint this. Paint blend. I think I made the head a bit too big. Ah, this is better. Boo, 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 black. Something like this. Let me do this an easier way. Okay, so I'll mask whatever I don't want to be painted. Yeah, now I'm finally using some brain here. Before this, I was doing brute force. I was gonna go the brute force way, but now I'm working smart instead of working hard. But it's sometimes a good thing. But yeah, some things, bro, you just have to brute force your way through them. There is no smarter way to do it than just getting it done. But gladly, most things they can be done smartly. Like for example, if you want to brute force through learning sculpting, you start memorizing the name of the bones and the muscles. But if you're smart, you realize, bro, that remembering the name of the bones and the muscles, they don't help me sculpt better. So why waste my time with them? Instead, I will study shapes. I will build some concepts. I will try to find patterns. Yeah, that will help me more. Oh wow, I just inverted the mask and it already looks like a cute penguin. By the way, guys, penguins are one of the cutest animals ever. Ever. If you just watch penguins walking, like just the way that they walk, bro, it is so cute. And just look at the way penguins slide on their bellies and the way that they fall. It's so beautiful watching penguins fall. It's the cutest thing ever. Seriously. When they try to climb a hill or something and then they just fall off that hill and then they just roll down. Penguins are so cute, man. And yeah, they have a lot of fat on them. They don't get hurt doing that. Of course, I do not take any pleasure in penguins getting hurt, but it's just so cute. Yeah, seriously, it's like the cutest thing ever. Just watch penguins walking and sliding on their bellies and tumbling and falling. You know, YouTube has compilations of penguins falling. You can find penguins falling compilations on YouTube. What should we make next? You know, I feel like I can just modify this penguin and make it into this bear. Let's try that. Is this cheating? Do you think this is cheating? If I modify this and make it into this bear, is that cheating? Where's the mask? Box mask. Yep. Let's try this. Is smooth, 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 smooth. We can move this whole thing up here. And pull this down and out of it. What is this? Okay, let's just paint the whole thing brown and let's see if this works. This is not brown, this is mud. Okay, this is still brown, it's not the same brown. And I think this does not work. But it's okay. Let's try to make this work. The bear is straight here. By the way, this bear reminds me of Teddy from Mr. Bean. And fun fact, I had one of those Teddy dolls as a child. Yeah, I had the Mr. Bean Teddy. Mr. Bean is one of the classic GOAT comedy series. And it's actually pretty hilarious, even if you watch it right now. And it's insane how much that guy made us laugh without uttering a single word. Yep. Really, really interesting times. Do you think the kids from 15 years or 20 years from now will know Mr. Bean? Bro, it would be their loss if they don't. Damn, bro. One day we are gonna be like our parents, telling our child, back in the day we had this TV show, we had that TV show, we had this actor, we had that actor. Damn. By the way, guys, has anyone here watched the Serbian film? I'm really curious. If someone here has watched the Serbian film, please let me know. And for those of you who don't know, Serbian film is like it's a really really messed up movie. Right, really messed up. So if you do want to go ahead and watch it at your own discretion. Okay, I'm not recommending it to anyone, but usually when my friends gathered, just for the fun of it, okay, I would make them watch the Serbian film just to see the crazy reactions that they would give. And I think I've watched that movie about 3-4 times. I watched it on my own, And then I made a few of my friends watch it. And I just watched it again to see their reactions to that movie. It's a really weird movie. And I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. I don't like spoiling stuff. I'm like, bro, whoever's gonna watch something, they should have the same experience that I did. They should enter anything that they watch blindly without knowing anything, without having the slightest clue of what is going to happen. For me, one of the most annoying things. Holy shit, bro. I think I spent too much time on the panda here, on the bear here. Damn. I really need to shut up and just sculpt. Alright, never mind. It's okay. I think even if you make 4 of these, it would be good. But I think I can squeeze out 5. We'll see. I see you here courses. Do your courses to UI and fundamentals of sculpting? I've been learning hard surface for about 4 months, but I want to dive into sculpting and I'm enjoying your style. What do you mean about UI? I do teach the fundamentals of sculpting. So basically my approach to teaching sculpting is that I don't want to teach you a specific character. So a lot of courses that you're going to buy, they're going to ask you to make specific characters. They're going to be like, hey, this is how we make this blah, 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 specific character. Okay. And in the process of that, making that specific character, they teach you a bit of anatomy here and there. The way that I like to approach my courses is I want to teach you the language of sculpting. I want to give you the fundamentals. I want to give you the concepts that you need. I don't want to teach you like a doctor. I know you don't want to be a doctor. Okay. I don't want to confuse you with anatomical terms like sternocleidomastoid and stuff like that. I don't like doing that. So my philosophy is super simple. I want to teach like an artist. Basically, my philosophy for all of my content, for all of my courses is I just look back and realize at all of the struggles that I had when I was learning and I just try to solve them. I just make content for my younger self. That is the philosophy behind all of my courses, all of my tutorials. I just think to myself, what would I say that would benefit younger Ishaq? What would I do or in what way would I teach that would benefit younger Ishaq? Yeah, that is the philosophy that I use for everything that I create. I'm a big advocate of the 80-20 principle. I believe that only 20% of what you do is going to account for 80% results. And for me, I just like to focus on those 20% stuff that gets you result. And I'm extremely confident in what I teach and what I say. That is because I see people getting results. That is because I believe, I know that if I had courses like this, bro, I would have learned so much quicker. And when I see other people getting the same results that I wish I got, it makes me so happy. Mask extract. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome, my man. Bro, this button eye technique, this is so good. And I think we cannot squeeze another character, but we will still try. Because yeah, this panda took a bit longer than I anticipated. And I started talking. And yeah, this happens from, when you have the intention that, yes, I'm not going to spend more than 10 minutes, there's the panic that allows you to perform better. I deprived myself of that. Also, bro, personally, I don't like practicing stuff before my streams. I know some creators do, but personally, I don't like doing it. I like, I just want to keep it extremely raw. I want to see it, how it goes, then and there. And if the result sucks, it sucks, bro. I mean, it's completely fine. I feel like it's natural. Sometimes it's a bad day, sometimes it's a good day. And I don't like to hide this stuff. I like to be extremely transparent about these things because these things they do happen. And when they catch you by surprise, you feel demotivated. You feel like there's something wrong with you. You feel like, oh wow, you didn't progress, you just regressed. Like for example, I just made a recent video about how to get out of tutorial hell. And one of the main reasons people are stuck in tutorial hell is because they just have wrong expectations. They get good results when they follow a tutorial and a course. And then when they try things on their own, the result is not that good. And the reason that the result is not that good is because they don't allow themselves to fail. And the way I want you to imagine this is just imagine training wheels on your bicycle, bro. So when you have training wheels, and in this case, training wheels is the course and the supporting material. Once you complete that, once you remove the training wheels, of course you're gonna lose your balance a bit. Of course, you're gonna fall a few times. That is absolutely normal. A lot of people they are just discouraged by it. But it is part of the process. Yeah, I told you, I make content for my younger self, right? So I made this as a module inside my course. There's a lesson talking about, okay, now you've completed the course, bro. Now when you're gonna go try things on your own, they might not be as good as the course, but that is okay. All you have to do is to figure out the areas that you lacked in, try to make comparisons to the sculpt and the reference, and fix those areas. You have the course material. Don't be demotivated. This is part of the process. And I swear to you, bro, if someone had said these words to me when I completed my courses, I would have been so relieved, bro. Just these few words can help ease out so much pain and doubt that young artists have. Ah, our panda is not that cute as the reference. What are you learning nowadays, Sean? Bro, I think you have a typo there. And N and Q are way apart on the keyboard, bro. It's yeah, N and Q. They're way apart, bro. No way this is a typo. What am I learning nowadays? To be honest, bro, I'm just making stuff for portfolio. And we have 4 minutes remaining. So maybe I can just show you the stuff that I'm working on. Because why not? Let's move this down here. And we have been able to make four little creatures. Oh, bro, the eyes. I have to go down with them. People are used to too much comfort zone. Once they learn, they get used to it. And once they learn to get used to it, the faster they improve. People are used to. What do you mean by that, bro? Explain a bit. I think I understand, but I still want to be sure that I understood your message correctly. I agree with people are too comfortable nowadays. And yeah, it is causing so much harm. People are snowflakes. Everyone is a Jerry nowadays. I don't know, bro. Everyone has depression. Everyone is sad. Everyone thinks their life is the worst. Whereas I'm an advocate for being grateful, for gratitude. Bro, you know what I think? I seriously believe that if you have time to moan and complain about things, if you have time to moan and complain about stuff, you don't have it bad enough. You seriously don't have it bad enough because you have the time to sit down and moan about it. People who do have it bad enough, they can't even moan about it, bro. And if we just start appreciating the good things that we have in our life, instead of focusing on everything that is bad, because no one is perfect, no one is going to have the best perfect life. This is not a fairy tale. This is not paradise, bro. Everyone has good and bad. And the main reason most people are depressed nowadays is because they just keep looking up at other people and they compare their lives to theirs. How has that ever helped anyone? Whereas if you made the same comparison with people who have it way worse than you will humble down so quickly, bro. It's gonna be insane. You will humble down so quickly. Because the people you look up to and compare your lives to, you don't know the kind of problems that they have, bro. You think that, oh wow, everyone who has a bit of money, everyone who shows that he's a bit happy on social media is having a great life. No, they have miserable lives, bro. They cry behind the cameras. You don't get to see that part. And then you're like, oh wow, bro, my life is so miserable. If you can, and I mean this, bro. If you can sit down and complain and moan about stuff, you don't have it bad enough. Hi, bro. I want to learn sculpting and I know something about, but not too much. How can I learn more? Okay, if you want to learn more, bro, there's a link in the description that is going to lead you to a free 30-day health sculpting challenge that I will be hosting. And yes, I think that is it for these characters. Let me show you what I am working on right now. Someone asks, what are you practicing nowadays? So let me show you. Yeah, we were able to sculpt 4 of these little cuties. Yeah, bro. Okay, that is it for the challenge. We were able to sculpt 4 pieces of shit. And I say pieces of shit with love, like serious love. They're cute. They're just cute little toads hanging about. Let me just save this as Untitled 3. Oh yeah, by the way, I was talking about there's a free link in the description. I will be hosting this 1 month head sculpting channel. Let me show you guys actually. So right here, if you go to school.com, okay, I have this. Okay, we have 6 members pending. You know, I had 275 members here that I kicked out all of them yesterday because this group wasn't that active. And I only want people who are serious about this. So every month I will be getting enrollments. I will enroll people here. Every month we will go through the 1 month head sculpting challenge. And what is the 1 month head sculpting challenge? This challenge is a step-by-step program that you can access. And I will walk you through everything. Everything I have structured it out for you. You can literally do week 1 in 2 days and get a leap ahead. Okay. You can have week 1, week 2, week 3. Just follow through 1 hour a day. And bro, by the end of this challenge, one of this result is going to be yours. So you can see the kind of results in 22 days, in 15 days, in 25 days. Look at where he started. Yeah. In 25 days, in 24 days, 22 days, 20 days, 11 days. 11 days, bro. Yeah, this is absolutely doable. I don't want you to make a New Year resolution. I want you to sign up and enter 2026 as a sculptor. And yeah, this is completely step by step. Go ahead, join this, bro. Like early stages of a sculpt, it looks bad and most people will quit. But if you suck it up and keep pushing, you'll improve. Best learning happens in failure. I 100% agree with this. Okay, it is the grind. It is the part where people suck that they leave. I just feel like, bro, right nowadays we just have so many bad cheap dopamine around us. Like, for example, we have social media, we have video games, and they just completely mess up the wiring in your brain. Now, people believe that just like a video game, that they can grind tonight and unlock the skin tomorrow, sculpting is gonna be the same thing, bro. I just watched this tutorial once and now I'm a sculptor all of a sudden. No, 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 bro. In real life, things are different. You have to go through the grind. Okay? And everyone sucks, bro. Just imagine, do you think your favorite artist, whoever he or she is, your favorite artist, whoever they are, do you think that they were born with a magic graphic pen and then they just waved and then they made masterpieces? No, bro, they sucked as well. So get used to the suck. And instead of delaying your happiness, let me show you. Let me load some slides here. Yep. I think it's going to be better with the slides. So yeah. Instead of delaying your happiness to a point where you're like, bro, I'm only going to be happy when I sculpt characters like this. Why? Why delay your happiness to such an extent? Why can't you be happy when you go from this to this shitty face? Bro, this right here, this is progress. Okay? Maybe you start to get the basic structure of the face right. That is progress. Be happy. Appreciate yourself. This is how you grow, bro. You are learning. The problem that occurs right now is because people want to go from here to here overnight, that they don't enjoy the little progress that they have in between. They don't just stop to appreciate the progress that they've made in the middle. So it's not about the end goal. The end goal will reach eventually. You will reach here. That is guaranteed, you will reach here. But the requirement is that you enjoy the journey. You enjoy the bad parts, the good parts. Like, look at this Sukuna. This sucks, bro. Look at the pain that I made. This is my timeline, my sculpting timeline, by the way. So look at pain, bro. Pain, it's a pain to look at him. Okay? Look at my first Hellboy. My first Kratos. Okay? It all sucks. Look at the first female that I made. This little duckling. Ugly. No one would marry her. Okay? But look at the sculpts that I make right now. Okay? Look at the most recent Joker that I made. Look at the most recent Sukuna that I made again. Look at the most recent Kratos that I made again. And all because, bro, I just got used to the suck. I just realized, bro, that, yeah, this is going to suck for a while. You have to expand your playground. Instead of being like, I'm just going to learn sculpting. I'm just going to try things for a week and then I'm going to be a sculptor. No, bro, just expand your playground. Give yourself a month. And after that month, judge yourself. Judge yourself after that month that have you improved or not. I mean, your Voldemort ain't bad at all. Pretty accurate too. I agree, bro. Voldemort, this is one of my best sculpts that I made earlier here. I was really proud of this. But the issue right here is that, the results over here, they're not going to be consistent. So maybe one day you get lucky and you sculpt something that looks really nice. But then the other days that follow, it's not that good. Look at this Heihachi Mishima. Not good at all, bro. This, I tried to make Marcus from Detroit. Oh, Detroit Becoming Human, yeah, from the game. And it didn't turn out, bro. Look at the female that I made. A lot of people, what they're going to do is they're going to be like, oh, bro, I sculpted this Voldemort once. Then why did I sculpt this shitty little female? You just need to realize, bro, that this is part of the process. Your progress, it's not going to be like a straight line up. It's going to be a good day, a bad day, a really good day, a very bad day. And this is where most people quit. They're like, bro, no, I can't do this. I don't know, but there's something wrong with me. This is part of the process. So it is absolutely okay. Your goal should not be to make a good character once. It should be that you're able to make good characters consistently. Now I can do this consistently and I'm in a happy place. I enjoy sculpting now. Like, sculpting is one of the most fun things that I can do. But over here, bro, this period is a bit of a grind. There's not much to enjoy here. The most thing that you can enjoy is you can be like, hey, bro, this was really shitty, but I got a bit better here. And then I made my first skull. This is shitty. Then you make a good skull after a week again. And then these are the little wins. These are the little pleasures that you get in this progress right here. If you can make it through this grind, you will reach there. You won't even realize when you reached here, and you will start enjoying sculpting. So it's not about delaying your happiness to a point where you're going to be like, yeah, I'm only going to be happy, bro, when I go from here to here. No, 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 bro, be happy every time you get any result throughout this whole stage. You need to start appreciating yourself. You need to be your own true best friend. Like, just imagine, bro, if your best friend, your best friend, he was like, bro, he was like, hey, Ishaq, I made this head today and then I made this head. I don't think sculpting is for me. What are you going to do? Say to your best friend, you're going to slap him and you'll be like, hey, are you an idiot, bro? You want to give up on this? Look at this face. Look at the progress that you made in this while. The issue right now, bro, is that we find it too hard to be our own best friends. We just hate ourselves so much that we don't want to give ourselves advice. And then we just quit. But if this is what you're passionate about, if you have a burning desire that, yeah, I want to sculpt characters, I'm really passionate about this, why give up on your dream? Just have a bit of realistic expectations and it will completely change the way you proceed with this. You approach this. Yup. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you the sculpts that I've been working on. Let me load them up. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yep, here. So I'm basically just working on these stuffs. I made this piece. Yeah, this was on a stream, but I just made Neo. I made Joker. I think I can show you here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. These are the characters that I've been working on. I was doing something for my portfolio. Not portfolio as per se, but I'm just making an effort to grow my Instagram account. And to grow an Instagram account, you need to make a lot of art, bro. You can see how this is all cute. So 3 renders in this style, 3 renders in this style, 3 renders in this style, 3 renders in this style. I'm making an effort, bro. And if you want to support me, just go ahead. Just follow me on Instagram, man. I don't know how people grow this. This is so slow, but it's the same as sculpting, bro. I'm just expanding my playground. For me, it's like I'm just going to post one head a day. And yep, eventually this will grow into something. We'll see how this goes. And yeah, this scene, I just made this scene once. And then all I do, bro, is I just copy paste whatever I sculpt here in this file. And I automatically have all of the lighting. I have the materials. I don't do anything at all. I just copy paste my model here. And then I just hit render. That is it. And this has been working so well for me. Like people think that, oh wow, this is so realistic. I get asked so many times, how is 3D printing, bro? How did you paint this 3D model? How was painting? And I'm like, bro, no. This is the render. This is not real. Yeah, it does look pretty realistic. Yeah, this is Neo from the Matrix. I basically like going through seasons. So one season is of me just practicing deliberately the areas that I know that I need to improve in. And then the other season is of me creating stuff. So in the creating season, I just create stuff. I just make stuff that I wanted to create, all of these renders that I showed you. So I just create stuff. And then in the training season, I just figure out, okay, the things that I need to improve in, and then I just work on those areas specifically. Like for example, last season, I went through anatomy once again. It's gonna be here somewhere. Yep. So I did this study. And then I go back to the creating season. So for me, it's like just shuffling around between creating and training seasons. Oh yeah, someone also asked me if I can do a breakdown of this scene right here and why does it look realistic. So let me do that right now. By the way, guys, if you haven't signed up, just sign up for the free 1 month head sculpting challenge. But if you want to get started immediately, I am also running a promotion here, which is up to 30% off on the subscription tiers. So previously this was $37 a month, but now we have different plans here. Yeah, this is discounted 25% off here, 30% off here, and only 2 slots for one-to-one mentorship if you want to learn directly from me. Like, it's gonna be a 1 month commitment, and I will grab your pinky finger and pull you out. And then the other community is where you just pay one time. This is not for the subscription, but you get access to all of the courses. So you get all of the courses. The total worth is about $500, but you just pay $87 right now. And I'm only hosting this sale till the end of the year. The reason that this is for the end of the year is because I want you to take action right now. Like I said, if you don't take action right now, you won't take action on the new year. New year resolutions, they don't work, bro. It's a failed system. I just made this early New Year sale, not on New Year's, because I want you to enter 2026 as a sculptor. And yeah, the file has loaded, so let me do a brief breakdown for you guys. Okay. The first thing that you want to know about realism, okay? Why does this scene look realistic? If you want to make something realistic, you make a realistic setting, okay? And you try to add as many realistic things as possible. Like, for example, what do I mean by that? In 3D, imperfection is perfection. Okay, nothing in real world is ever going to be perfect. Nothing is going to be laid out perfectly. Nothing is going to be in the perfect order. There's always going to be randomness and chaos and stuff, and that is what makes realism. That is what makes something look realistic. For example, in this scene, I randomly scattered these discs, okay, because I want you to give a sense of feeling that, yeah, if someone was here, he just placed them here and then he went away. The most common mistake that a lot of people would do is that, let me done this to the preview, is that they'll stack it up like this. Okay, they're gonna be like, yeah, I made some discs. This is not gonna look realistic. Why? Because this is too perfect to be realistic. If you want to make something realistic, bro, it needs to be imperfect. It needs to have imperfection. Another example, let me give you. If you look at this board, bro, I made this procedural texture where it looks like I dropped some paint in the painting process of this sculpt. So there are paint droplets everywhere. Some of them, yeah, you're going to see red blobs, blue blobs, white blobs, mostly because people use white as a base. So yeah, that is an added realism. And then I added this paper cutter, which is placed randomly. It's in a random direction. It increases the believability. Also here you can see the mat, it actually has cuts. So the realistic mat would have cuts. It would be imperfect because of course you're using the paper cutter on it and it's going to have cut, it's going to have some dents. So it's going to be there. And then a coffee mug behind just for some aesthetic. I have my logo here. And then I added this smoke. This smoke is nothing but a PNG. It's just a PNG image of smoke. You don't have to simulate smoke, bro. You can just use a PNG image. And one of the most, a very good, how would I say? A big feature of something realistic is good lighting. Okay? If I just randomly add some area lights here, if I just randomly throw some point lights here or some lamps here, it's not going to make sense. Okay, I actually had to imagine, and I was imagining, bro, if this was my actual desk, what would be the light source that I would have here? It might be a study lamp, a desk lamp. And what can represent a desk lamp? It's going to be an area light that is oval because of course the desk lamp is going to be pointing towards there. And yep, that is the only light source that I have in this scene. I added this one just for some artistic aesthetic. Okay, if I hide this, you can see this one is just giving some rim light. Now, how would this make sense? Maybe there's a computer there. Maybe there's a computer on this side of the desk that is giving off some light. But in that case, it should have been a bit blue. There, you see, blue looks better. So you have to make up these stories in your mind, bro. You have to think of the scenarios. If you want to add a light, just think to yourself, well, what could this light be coming from? Okay, maybe there's a window here as well. So in that case, you need to make the spread 0. You need to make this disk square. Okay, you need to bring it up. You need to make it a bit bigger because windows are not going to be that small. It's going to be pointing here. And yeah, it's going to be a bit yellow because, of course, if there's a window, then the sunlight is going to be coming here. Yeah, you just make sense of your scene by doing this stuff. Okay, and then yeah, the room light, it cannot be as bright as the window. So you might have some natural lights here and there, blah, 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 blah. You get the point, bro. The best thing, if you're making an indoor scene, just use an indoor HDRI. That is going to work well for you as well. But yeah, I think this is fine. And yep, I added some RGBs. The RGB, I just added it here. And I imagine that, okay, this is my work desk. I have a RGB light going behind it. And yeah, the purpose of this RGB is just to complement stuff. So whenever I have some renders, I just complement it with other stuff. So let me show you. Yeah, here. For example, for Goku, it makes sense that Dragon Ball Z is orange, so the RGB light should be orange. For Hellboy, it should be red. For this, I don't know. For Hulk, yeah, it should be green. For the Joker, it should be red because he's a scary, dangerous character. There's going to be blood all around him. So red here. For Kratos, golden because it just looked nice. No specific color. I think I should have used red to complement his red, the red marks, the red tattoos that Kratos has. And for, of course, for Neo, it should be green because of the Matrix. For Wolverine, no lights, man. Yeah, just this raw, pure badassness. For the Xenomorph, I made it yellow to complement this bronze texture. If this was the black Xenomorph, it would have been green to give an alien vibe, to get a sci-fi vibe. And that is the breakdown of this scene. So it's all about adding imperfections to your scene and being grounded to reality. Don't add random lights. Don't add random stuff. Okay, just imagine what would a real life situation be here, and just add those things in your scene. It would look realistic. Yep. If there's any questions, just fire them away, or I'll just be leaving now. Yep. And yeah, once again, if you're interested in a free program that is gonna be happening on 24th November. Okay, after 24th November, there will be no more enrollments. You can join the free 1 month head sculpting challenge, but if you want to start immediately right now, you can take advantage of the up to 30% off sale that I have on my paid products. And yep, it is gonna be amazing. You can see the kind of results that the members have gotten. Everyone starts somewhere. Everyone sucks, bro. It's all about enjoying the grind. It's all about playing the game, enjoying the process. Yep, one of these results can be yours. I'll pin you here. If you get results on the 1 month challenge, bro, I will pin you here. And if you join the paid programs, if you get result there, I will pin you here. Retopology stream sometimes, bro. Honestly, I hate retopology. I did not want to make a retopology course. Like the most difficult course that I made, like not difficult in terms of the difficulty of following along, but difficult for me to actually sit down and record. The most difficult course to record for me was the retopology course. And the only reason I recorded this course, the only reason I recorded this course was because I saw some people inside my school struggling with retopology. And you know, the truth of the matter is that it's not that big of a deal as people make it. It's literally not that big of a deal that people make it. You're gonna find nerds who are gonna be like, "Oh, you need to have all quad topology, bro. You need to have this pole, end pole, that pole here, bro." Bullshit, bro. Let me show you actually, okay? Let me show you. So if you go here, if you look at the official Kratos 3D model, God of War topology. Yeah, here, have a look at this, bro. If you were to make this and you were to show this to a topology nerd, he would butcher you. He would be like, "How can you do this, bro? There's triangles here. Don't you see these triangles? It needs to be all quads. It needs to be all quads, bro." But this is the AAA game model, the AAA game model that was officially used in the game. And it has triangles. The thing that I want you to realize, bro, is that topology, the only requirement of, wait, let me make myself bigger so I can look you in the eye. The only requirement of good topology is that topology is functional. As long as the topology does its job, it is absolutely fine. It can have triangles, it can have an n-gon, it can have whatever. No one cares, bro. You just need a few specific loops. Okay, so important face loops. Okay, yeah, like these are the most important loops. Okay, so you need a loop around this area. You need a loop around the mouth. You need a loop around the eyes, and that is mostly it. And the reason that you need these loops, bro, is because they follow. Wait, let me make myself bigger again. They follow the natural shape of the mouth. And when you expand these, the mesh this way, it just contracts and expands in a very natural way. That is why these loops are important. But in between these loops, it does not matter how you attach them. So as long as you have these important loops here, it's gonna be okay. Like, be honest with me, bro. When was the last time that you were playing a video game or you were watching a movie and you thought, "Oh, I imagine how his topology looks like. Imagine if I wonder if he has perfect topology or not." Bro, you do not care, bro. As long as Kratos swings his axe well enough and it lands a punch and nothing breaks, it is absolutely fine, bro. You know how many things do studios get away with? How many broken models do games, animation studios, VFX studios use and get away with? They're not about perfection, bro. They're all about functionality. If you've seen Spider-Man, what was the tower leap scene? Let me try to find it. Yeah, this scene right here, bro. The most iconic scene of the whole Spider-Verse movie. And behind the scene of this, bro, if you look at the behind the scenes of this particular scene, the background was all broken. It was broken, bro. BDS. Let's see if we can find it. No, not here. Wait, bro, I'm actually gonna find that video for you. So let me show you actually. Let me show you the behind of scenes of the most iconic scene in the whole Into the Spider-Verse movie. Into the Spider-Verse making. Damn, I don't know why people hate tries. Yeah, bro, I don't know myself either. Like, you can strategically put tries in places where you don't want the loops to follow. You can actually break a loop. So for example, if you add a loop to this section and it goes all across the body, you can strategically add a try and it will cancel out that loop. Let me try to find that scene, bro. Topology is about where the game will go. The mesh. Yeah, exactly. I know, I play Elden Ring. That game has many problems, but it is my favorite game. There you have it, bro. No one cares, bro. No one cares. As long as they're
Right,
having a
with
good time,
1,000
as long as
cars
they're
and
enjoying. Is my audio enabled? Let me see. Okay, the audio. Can you guys
full
hear the video?
of every single light in
Yep,
there.
yep, yep. You can hear it.
We took that idea and we applied it to a lot in the movie, including every interior.
And so,
Let me try to find that scene, bro. The leap of faith, the Miles Morales building leap. The most iconic scene of the whole movie. Let me show you. That's shots New York. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. This scene, bro, the most iconic scene of the whole movie. Look at this.
I mean, it looks really cool. If you pull from the side and you view it through a witness camera, you can see that not
Come on, bro. Like these cubes right here, they don't even have a texture on them. If you show this to a nerd, he's going, "Oh, bro, the buildings are floating all over the place, bro. How can you do this?" Bro, studios do this. What do you mean? And the same thing goes for topology, bro. Nothing needs to be perfect. It just needs to be functional. As long as you're getting what, as long as it's doing what it's supposed to do, it is absolutely fine. That is the only reason I made this course. And that is why I named this the functional retopology course. And basically, long story short, if you can make this stickman, you can retopologize anything at all. Because a stickman, believe it or not, it has all of the important loops and it can deform perfectly. And you just need to have this same thing. If you make this a bit high poly and you put this on this model, whatever model, it's going to work. So yeah, bro. This went quite off topic, but I really wanted to talk about this. And I also wanted to let you know why it's going to be difficult for me to do a retopology stream. I hate retopologizing, man. It is such a pain in the ass, man. It was already hard enough to record the course. I don't want to retopologize again. Wait, I can make a stickman? I have made a stickman, bro. That is it. That is it, bro. You just need to make a stickman. That is it. Let me try to find the tutorial, or let me try to find the file from the course, and I can show you a bit. So if we go here, work, it should be here somewhere. I think it's here. My courses. Yes, my courses. Head topology, anatomy course. I don't have the retopology course here. It's gonna be here somewhere. It's our sculpt. Retopology, retopo course. Yes, yes. Untitled 9. Yep. And let's also pray that I have the stickman here. Where's the wireframe? Oh, bro, this is an older version of Blender. Wireframe. Okay, this is the high poly version. Where's the low poly version? Nope, I don't have it here. It's not this file. Let me try to find the file, bro. This is what happens when you record a course. Okay, we have the stickman here. So let me copy this and I can show you how every model is basically a stickman. That's where AI should take over UV and bro. Yeah, bro, I agree. If AI can do that for us, if it can just take away the labor work, that would be nice. Baking start, complete high poly. This should be it. Complete low poly. Yep. Control 2. Look at how neat the topology here is. But let's make it a bit low poly. And let me show it to you a bit. Yep. Here. And here we have our stickman. Okay. Every model, bro, is basically a stickman. And how? Just look at this. Look at the loop on the arm. Okay, so basically what you need is you need a loop here around the armpit and the arm so that you can rotate this model freely. Okay, so that you can move the arm, right? Look at the loop here. It's the same loop as the stickman. So if I add another loop here, you see how it adds over here? And if I add a loop here, it adds in the same way. So this is basically just a stickman. If you look at the leg, bro, the leg has a loop here. Okay, that is because, of course, you want to move the leg. Okay, sometimes if it's a female model, they have to spread their legs, right? What? Bro, you spread to make a split. You know, it can be a ballerina. Like, what the hell? Not everything is a dirty joke, man. And over here, look, it's the same loop, man. And yeah, if it's a male model, maybe he has to man space and sit with his legs open in a public place. By the way, guys, you know, you should sit with your legs open a bit, wherever you sit, bro. And there's a scientific reason for that. You know, when you close your legs, do you know why the balls are hanging as a separate entity from the body? Do you know why the balls is a separate part? It's always hanging there. Why do we have a pouch for the balls? Do you know? The reason that the balls are hanging and it's in a pouch is so that it can stay away from the body and then it can be on a lower temperature. Because on higher temperatures, you actually kill your sperm and you lose testosterone. So when you lit with your legs closed, like a female, you're basically just heating up that pouch, you're heating up your balls, and you're killing your own sperm. You're losing testosterone there, man. So sit with legs in a neutral position. Also, bro, the skeleton of males and females, the skeleton of a male and a female, they are different, especially on the hip area. And for men, it is actually the natural position for us is a bit with our legs spread. So when we sit, we naturally have our legs spread a bit. For it to be a different temperature from our body, yeah. For it to be a different temperature, so that it can stay away from the body a bit and it can cool a bit. That is why the balls they hang separately, so that they can be a bit cooler than the rest of the body. And yeah, here, see, bro, this is the same as a stick, man. You see the loops here and the loops here. They are the same loops, bro. So every model is basically a stick, man. Apart from the face. For the face, you just need... Oh, wait. Let me move here. Not this one. Yeah, you need this loop. You need this loop. And you need this loop. That is it. The rest of it you can join pretty much any way that makes sense. But of course, don't go overboard. Don't be like, hey, yeah, Sark, you said I can join this anyway, so I'll make the split into two, and I'll add a random loop cut here. No, bro. I mean, just join them in whatever way makes sense, most sense. This is retopology 1-to-1. Learn how to make a stickman, bro, and you can make any model. You can retopologize anything. Simple as that. Boom, boom, boom. Or it'll be different. Yeah, funny how we went from sculpting to balls. Yeah, it's interesting, bro. Our bodies are designed this way. And previously there was this massive, I don't know, campaign or whatsoever about men sitting with their legs a bit wide apart in public area, and it was considered to be rude. Bro, it is not rude. It is the natural way that we are supposed to sit. Our bodies are different. It's different from females, bro. We can't sit with our legs joined together. We literally have balls in between them, and we can't compress them. It's uncomfortable to compress them. Bye, Sak. Have a nice day. Yeah, goodbye, man. Take care. Appreciate you joining. And yeah, with that said, let's end the stream. If there's any more questions, just fire away, bro. I'm gonna get some water. And if you have any questions, I'll answer them. If you don't, I'll just leave. Yep. Let me go get some water. All right. Looks like no more questions. Thank you for tuning in. And once again, the enrollment for the 1 month sculpting challenge, it will end on 23rd November. So if you want to take part in it, if you want to join, just click the link in the description. There's going to be a link there. And if you're a bit more serious, if you want to start immediately, or you get results from the 1 month challenge and you want to upgrade, you can enjoy the New Year sale that I have going on this community and on this community. The only difference is that over here you pay a subscription, you get access to the community, you get access to feedback. I look over here and I comment on stuff whenever I see something's off. I look out for my guys here, man. And I love seeing progress here. I love it when someone makes progress, when someone moves closer to the goal, and I love to be a part of it. On this community, basically you just pay one time and you get access to all of these courses and you can study on your own pace, whatever, however long you want to take, however short you want to take. Yep, that is it. With that said, goodbye, take care, have a great one, and